Sunday morning, 6:50 in the morning. A lot of progress yesterday. We've got almost all of the Holley Dominator ECU wired. A lot of the small detail items buttoned up in the engine bay. A lot of the challenges that we faced when we got here are slowly being resolved. I think one of them that remains is we fought with the drive shaft. Thought we had it situated by putting a 5-inch yoke on it, sent it to a local drive shaft shop. I'm not sure where they measure that drive shaft yoke from, but it's a 4-inch yoke. So probably gonna have to reach out and get a drive shaft made in the coming week. However, the one we have works. We can put it in the car and drive it and move it around. We just won't be able to make 1,500 wheel horsepower with it. So I know what we got accomplished yesterday. I think you still got some wiring left to do, but what's on the agenda for today?
A couple more wires, slap the intake on it, and then hopefully be making some noise here pretty soon.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, so I know you just oversimplified the hell out of it. We've got a lot of work to do. So let's dive in, get these 4 wires buttoned up, get the intake on it, and then find out what else eludes us that we need to get done. Yeah. Mike, are you hanging with us?
Yeah, well in the meantime, let's get all the fluids filled up and get everything ready to go.
Let's do it. So I think one of the coolest things for Jay and myself is the fact that not only are we honored enough to be a part of this build, be flown to California to work on this car, this amazing project that Speed Society has put together for Kristian, but Kristian's been feeling good enough to actually come out and hang out with us. He's been here for 2 days, just getting to shoot the shit with him, getting to know him a little bit more than we already do, getting his input on his car, and just hanging out with the guy. It's truly a blessing. It's what Jay and I talked about the most before coming out here, was just being able to get some time with him and see his involvement in the car too. It's been absolutely awesome.
So just tell me, the fact that it has a fresh PBG $50,000 paint job and Kenny Fitzer did all the metal work. He's from Metal Crafters, from West Coast Customs, from Chip Foose Design. Does it make it any harder to put it together?
You know, we're pretty meticulous in everything that we do, but the stress factor of having 4 days to do it and working on a car that we're not familiar with, we don't go 65 Camaros every day. Yeah, it adds to it. You know, we work with brand new cars straight off the showroom floor, and we deliver them daily without a nick or a scratch in it. But when you got a project of this magnitude that so many people have been involved in and are counting on us to complete it in the right manner, you don't have room for error. So yeah, it adds to the stress a little bit.
Yeah, I wanted to thank Vengeance for coming out here. It's been an honor to actually see these guys work. Jay is so freaking meticulous. Like, you cannot believe how detailed he is putting this car together. The level, like, I'm so excited. Like, I want to see this thing, and I know I'm going to hear this thing run pretty soon, right? We're gonna, we're gonna fire it up.
Yeah, the next little bit.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to this. Feeling good. Like, love being a part of it. It's awesome.
Went from a 6-liter T56 garage queen that didn't run to a SEMA vehicle
Right?
in under 6 months, or right at 6 months.
It's a dream come true. Like it's literally dream car. Like you couldn't ask for a nicer car. And all the work that's been put into it, all the sponsors, everybody that's donated and put their time out here. Vengeance coming out, Jeff Lutz, like everybody. I can't thank everybody enough. Like that's
I think I can speak for all the sponsors, and we want to thank you. You don't have to thank us. We appreciate the opportunity to be a part of it. It's something as special as this car is to you and the situation, and we're grateful and humbled to be here, man.
Thank you. 0 to 60, can't forget them. Kenny doing this paint job and getting it all ready. It's awesome.
Well, we make some progress so we can fire the up.
Sounds good.
All right, Jay, let's walk through the pre-startup checklist here to make sure we cover all the bases before we fire this pig up.
Yeah, we got the ECU squared away last night. This morning we need to crank the engine over to prime the oil system before we try and start it.
Yep.
And then we'll make sure all of our sensors are reading correctly, scale the throttle position. Once we get that done, we'll hook the fuel pump up, prime the fuel system, make sure there's no leaks, set the base fuel pressure, and then we should be able to make some noise.
Cool. I know the fuel pump is disabled, injectors are disabled, and coils are disabled. So hop in the car, get it loaded. I'll do TPS out here for you manually since we don't have a cable yet. And let's see if we can make some noise in a few minutes.
Kristian, what do you think, man? Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. I'm really excited for this. Like, I don't know, kid in the candy shop right now.
I would imagine. It's not our car, we're pretty damn excited ourselves.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
All of us at Speed Society and everybody on this thing has been a project. Are you pretty confident it's gonna fire?
Oh, it's gonna fire.
First try?
Yeah. Well, I mean, once we prime it and we have fuel pressure, it's gonna fire. It may have a leak or a miss or something might not be happy. That's normal for a first time fire up, especially when you built a car in 4 days.
Right.
But if it goes Vengeance style, it's gonna fire up and purr like a kitten.
Oh my gosh. It's gonna make noise.
Oil pressure up.
30 pounds.
You good?
Yeah.
All right. Both turbos are dry, pan's dry. Yeah, I look good, Jack. Keep an eye on it once we started. Plug in injectors.
Flick an injector in, buddy. How satisfying is it to hear that click?
Oh. It's pretty nice. Except I'm not gonna get this one. There it goes.
Let's do this damn thing. Yep. Keep an eye on that tank back there too, Mike.
Yeah.
Kristian, why don't you crank it up first?
Hell yeah.
you-
No.
No way, do it.
Hell yeah. Good call, Jay. Good call.
I'm gonna give it a little bit of throttle.
gonna apologize in advance for the lack of comfort in your seating, but
It's double padded.
Yeah, but Fessler's got you covered there. The whole box just showed up.
How long I'm doing for?
If it doesn't crank after 10 seconds, stop and I'll make some adjustments.
So let it go for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah. There we go.
Sitting in the car for the first time with the motor installed, ready to fire. Ron and Jay spent the entire weekend doing 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Days, but they did what they said. They got the motor installed in less than a week, actually. And sitting in the car for the first time, getting ready to fire it, I was so nervous. Like it's like, I don't know, I can't even describe it, but putting that key and turning it on, firing right up and within like 5 seconds and feeling the roar of the motor like go, describing that feeling is really difficult. I think I probably cried a little bit. I think I'm gonna cry now. It was really a blessing, like just to see that and hear it and feel everything, all those emotions coming through. You gonna go with me?
Ready to drive this thing?
I'm ready.
Where's the lever?
You ready, buddy?
That corner is a little bit wider.
I will.
How does that feel?
Wow. It shakes you in all the right places. Oh man.
You barely touched the throttle there. How'd that feel?
Oh yeah.
You just wanted to mat it?
I think I need more.
Was that fun? Yeah, you had fun?
Yeah, it was amazing to have that opportunity to drive the car finally after I think 4 years. First time in the seat and putting it in gear. Although I did have to learn how to get it in gear a little bit, but truly a magical feeling. Yeah. Never thought I'd have a car here in a million years. There's the quality of the cars that are here that's next level.